And with another debate on the way, candidates Moon and Ahn eased up on their campaign schedules. The other three, though, stayed out there, each trying to win over a specific group of voters. Two of them meeting with activists for gender equality. Shin Se-min, out on the campaign trail, has this report.
Ways to win women's hearts, especially during election season, are through pledges committed to females in the country. And splinter conservative Bareun Party's Seong-min did just that. Facing the country's pioneers on gender equality, the presidential candidate noted that policies designed for women are seen as a touchstone of democracy.
I pledge to grant 3-year maternity leaves for parents and to guarantee that employees get off work on time. That's based on my firm belief that Korea will not be able to take a single step forward without these policies in place.
The Bareun Party's presidential nominee also reassured his supporters that he will amp up the proportion of female executives in the public sector to 30% and vowed to put into place a system that would ensure that proper gender equality education is offered from an early age. Also hitting the same mark, the only female candidate in this year's presidential election, Progressive Justice Party's nominee, Sang-jung. Her pitch, equal pay for equal work.
The incoming administration should closely review the standards of the equal pay for equal work principle. It should be modified based on industries, sectors, and in some cases regions, so that the wage system is more practical.
Stressing that the country is nowhere near the OECD average when it comes to gender wage gap, the presidential candidate pledged to narrow down Korea's salary gap to 20% during her term, reaching closer to the OECD average of 15%. The labor activist turned politician then touched base at a local traditional market, promising that she'd better the lives of ordinary Koreans should she become the next president. Holding hands with voters, the progressive candidate raised her voice to declare that she, and only she, can bring justice to the nation's labor front. Meanwhile, taking the voters by storm with his straightforward narratives, the conservative Liberty Korea Party's 홍준표 spent a day meeting with Korea's young entrepreneurs. There, he lent an ear to their difficulties and offered his advice. Shin Se-min, Arirang News.